This is All India Radio. We now bring you a special news program on COVID-19. Good evening. I am VC Pramod and with me is RS Raghu. The headlines. National lockdown extended till 3rd of May. Relaxations with certain conditions may be allowed after April 20th at places without hotspots. Prime Minister Narendra Modi seeks people's support on 7 fronts, including respect for Corona warriors, workers in business and industry, and installing Arogya Setu app. Prime Minister says early preparedness helped the country in effective containment of the infection. Sufficient stock of food, medicines and other essential commodities available, assures Home Minister Amit Shah. Labour and Employment Ministry sets up 20 control rooms in various cities including Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Delhi, Kolkata to resolve the grievances of workers and migrant labourers. And nation pays rich tribute to Bharat Ratna Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar on his 129th birth anniversary. The government has decided to extend lockdown till the 3rd of May. Addressing the nation today, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said stakeholders including states and people have favoured extension of the lockdown.
सारे सुझावों को ध्यान में रखते हुए ये तय किया गया है कि भारत में लॉकडाउन को अब 3 मई तक और बढ़ाना पड़ेगा। यानी 3 मई तक हम सभी को, हर देशवासी को लॉकडाउन में ही रहना होगा। इस दौरान हमें अनुशासन का उसी तरह पालन करना है जैसे हम करते आ रहे हैं।
Mr. Modi said integrated and holistic approach has helped India to handle the situation properly. He added that all districts, localities and states will be closely monitored over its performance with respect to implementation of lockdown norms and management of hotspots till the 20th of April. After the 20th of April, states which will not have hotspots or which have not allowed hotspots to come up could be allowed with certain conditions to let some important activities resume. He stated that the government will come out with extensive guidelines tomorrow on the extended lockdown. He further said while making new guidelines, the government has kept in mind the interests of the poor and daily wage workers. The Prime Minister said the harvesting season is going on in the country right now and requested state governments to see to it that the farmers of the country are not subjected to hardships. Mr. Modi said early preparedness helped the country in effective containment of the infection. He sought cooperation of citizens on 7 points during the ongoing lockdown.
7 बातों में आपका साथ। पहली बात, अपने घर के बुजुर्गों का विशेष ध्यान रखें। दूसरी बात, लॉकडाउन और सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग की लक्ष्मण रेखा का पूरी तरह पालन करें। तीसरी बात, अपनी इम्यूनिटी बढ़ाने के लिए आयुष मंत्रालय द्वारा जो निर्देश दिए गए हैं उसका अगर हम पालन करें, गर्म पानी है, काढ़ा है, इनका निरंतर सेवन करें। चौथी बात, कोरोना संक्रमण का फैलाव रोकने में मदद करने के लिए आरोग्य सेतु मोबाइल ऐप जरूर डाउनलोड करें। 5वीं बात, जितना हो सके उतने गरीब परिवार की देखरेख करें, उनके भोजन की आवश्यकता पूरी करें। 6ठी बात, आप अपने व्यवसाय, अपने उद्योग में अपने साथ काम करे लोगों के प्रति संवेदना रखें, किसी को नौकरी से न निकालें। 7वीं बात, देश के कोरोना योद्धाओं, हमारे डॉक्टर, नर्सेस, सफाई कर्मी, पुलिसकर्मी, ऐसे सभी लोगों का हम सम्मान करें, आदर पूर्वक उनका गौरव करें।
The Prime Minister also urged people to respect Corona warriors and to be kind to their workers in their business and industry and not to terminate employees in case of financial hardships. Home Minister Amit Shah has assured the people that there is enough stock of food, medicines and other essential commodities. He said no one should worry for the extended period of lockdown. In a series of tweets, the Home Minister also appealed to the affluent people to help the needy living nearby. Praising the role of the state governments, Mr. Shah said, the way all the state governments are working with the central government is truly praiseworthy. He said, we have to intensify the coordination so that all citizens follow the lockdown properly and no citizen should have the problem of the things they need. The Home Minister said the contribution of the doctors, healthcare workers, sanitation workers, police and all security personnel who are playing an important role in this fight is very touching.
Industry body FICCI and ASSOCHAM have supported Prime Minister Narendra Modi's decision to extend the nationwide lockdown till 3rd of May. In a statement, FICCI said Indian industry will comply with all directions and looks forward to the detailed guidelines on working of units in essential goods and services. FICCI President Sangeeta Reddy said FICCI fully supports the decision and it is in the interest of the nation to extend the lockdown for some more time and plan for a graded opening up. ASSOCHAM Secretary General Deepak Sood said the Prime Minister's concern for the most vulnerable sections of the society and the agriculture is highly appreciated and would help revive the economy. India entered into 21st day of national lockdown declared on 25th of March upon the call of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Our correspondent takes a look at first phase of lockdown as to how the Prime Minister steered the nation through these tough times.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the nation 4 times in 4 weeks in India's fight against COVID-19. On 19th March, while addressing the nation, Mr. Modi appealed people to observe Janata Curfew on 22nd March for 26 hours. He urged citizens to thank the selfless service providers who are in the forefront in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic, like medical staff, police, government servants, airline staff, media persons. On the evening of Janata Curfew Day, Prime Minister also announced the creation of COVID-19 Economic Response Task Force under the Union Finance Minister. On 24th March, Mr. Modi announced lockdown for 21 days. During the address, Prime Minister announced that the government has provided 15,000 crore rupees for strengthening the medical infrastructure and treatment of the corona-infected patients. On 3rd April, in a video message, Mr. Modi appealed people to light candles, diyas, torches or mobile flashlights for 9 minutes at 9 p.m. on the 5th of April. He called on people to come together and jointly defeat the coronavirus pandemic and make India victorious. Today, addressing the nation, Mr. Modi announced about extension of the lockdown till 3rd May. Anupam Mishra, AR News, Delhi.
Centre has issued an advisory for senior citizens in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. Senior citizens have been advised to stay at home, avoid visitors and remain active by exercising and performing yoga. A report from our correspondent.
Senior citizens have been advised not to visit the hospital for regular checkup and to consult a doctor through telephone. In order to maintain mental well-being of senior citizens during lockdown, it is important that they should interact with relatives and neighbors by following social distancing norms. They should rediscover their old hobbies. Senior citizens should not confine themselves in the room and must avoid sensational news that is unconfirmed. Do not spread such unconfirmed and sensational news on social media. Senior citizens have also been advised to follow personal hygiene, take nutritious food and necessary medicines regularly. With Diwakar Bhupen Singh, AR News, Delhi.
In its fight against COVID-19, Centre has left no stone unturned. In its multi-pronged approach, government under the direct guidance of Prime Minister Narendra Modi constituted a team of tech experts to come up with technological solutions to tackle the corona menace. A set of around 20 experts working on pro bono basis under the guidance of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology developed the Arogya app. This technological solution has already earned laurels for the country, including from World Health Organization and World Bank. More details from our correspondent.
Arogya Setu is an app which works on a set of complex radio signal algorithm for contact tracing of COVID-positive patients. The finest tech brains involved in its development have made sure that this app has a user-friendly interface. The app identifies people who have come in contact with a COVID-19 patient, which ensures swift quarantine procedure, ruling out possibilities of error. As highlighted by health experts, COVID patients remain asymptomatic for first few days, even after contracting the infection. Once the infection surfaces, it sometimes becomes difficult for them to remember everyone they came in contact with. This issue is aptly addressed by Arogya Setu app, as it alerts every person who came in close proximity to the COVID-19 patient, even at a much later stage, as the data remains stored in the handsets of users till 30 days. On the other hand, through a set of questions, user can self-analyze their health status at any time. Speaking exclusively to AIR News, DDG in Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology R.S. Mani said,
if everyone downloads it and if we keep the Bluetooth on, there is a very, very good chance that we can easily contain it, at least give information to people and contain it very fast. Because if I am tested positive and I don't have an app, the only way I can tell you is, yeah, I met this person, I met this person, I met this person. The 5 or 10 names I'll remember and 5 or 10 mobile numbers I'll remember. So I'll just give this data to NCDC or ICMR.
Niti Aayog member Dr. V.K. Paul said that the app keeps the data of every user safe and urged everyone to download the app.
I would request all citizens to please download this app and to fill in the required data. I assure you that the privacy concerns have been taken care of to the fullest extent. You should not worry about that.
In just 12 days since its launch, more than 4 crore users have already downloaded the app. Prime Minister himself on a number of occasions urged every citizen to download Aarogya Setu app for its better efficacy fortifying nation's fight against the global pandemic. Anand Chaturvedi, AIR News, Delhi.
A total of 1,211 fresh confirmed cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the country in the last 24 hours. This has taken the total number of patients to 10,363. As many as 1,036 patients have recovered and have been discharged from the hospitals, while 339 patients have died. Briefing media in New Delhi today, the Health Ministry representative said 602 dedicated COVID-19 hospitals have been set up in the country and the centre is working with states to increase health infrastructure.
602 dedicated कोविड हॉस्पिटल जिसमें 1,06,719 आइसोलेशन बेड्स हैं और 12,024 आईसीयू बेड्स हैं वह हम तैयार कर चुके हैं स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के सहयोग से। इस नंबर में भी निरंतर बढ़ोतरी की जा रही है जैसे जैसे सिचुएशन इवॉल्व हो रही है। हम स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के साथ मिलकर इस विषय में काम कर रहे हैं।
Mr. Agarwal said the lockdown will be eased in places where coronavirus spread has been contained after an evaluation. He also said the guidelines have been issued for controlling spread of COVID-19 in densely populated areas like Dharavi in Mumbai. Frugal sanitation and hygiene solutions have been suggested for community toilets, washing and bathing facilities. He added that the major effort is to break the chain of transfer of COVID-19. The Health Ministry representative also said women of self-help groups are playing a crucial role at the ground level in this pandemic by helping disburse Manrega wage payments and payments under women's PMJDY accounts and PM Kisan Yojana accounts without people having to visit banks. A representative of Indian Council of Medical Research informed that over 2.3 lakh samples have been tested so far. He said there are 166 labs under ICMR network and 70 private sector labs are conducting COVID-19 tests in the country.
कल 21,635 सैंपल टेस्ट हुए उनमें 18,644 वेयर इन ICMR नेटवर्क ऑफ लैब्स 2,991 were from private labs. As of now, we have 166 labs under the ICMR network. 70 labs which were belonging to private sector, they have already been approved as of now.
On the occasion, a finance ministry representative said the government is swiftly implementing the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan package announced in the wake of COVID-19 outbreak. He said the centre has provided cash support of over 29,000 crore rupees to more than 32 crore beneficiaries through direct benefit transfer. He added that over 5.29 crore beneficiaries have been given free ration of food grains so far. Expressing their happiness at the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan package, several beneficiaries have thanked the government for their efforts. Sangeeta Chaudhary, resident of Surat, says free cylinders during the lockdown under Ujjwala Yojana is a big relief for her family.
ये जो कोरोना महामारी का समय ये हमारे लिए बहुत भारी है। इसमें जो छोटी मोटी जो सुविधा है इसमें हमें बहुत राहत मिले जैसे कि इसमें उज्ज्वला योजना में जो सिलेंडर हमें जो मुफ्त में मिला जा रहा है ये हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है क्योंकि 700-750 रुपया एकदम निकालने के लिए हमारे लिए अभी तो मुश्किल है तो ये हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छी बात।
Surinder Kumar, a resident of Panchkula, also appreciated the government's initiative to provide ration to people during lockdown.
आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने हमें अन्न योजना जो पूरे भारतवर्ष में चलाई है उसमें 5 किलो गेहूं पर पर्सन आदमी को बहुत अच्छी तरह से मिल रहे हैं। हम खड़क मुगोली निवासी तहे दिल से हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी का शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं और सभी गांववासी वाले सभी प्रधानमंत्री जी का बहुत बहुत आभार प्रकट करते हैं।
Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Ministry has taken multiple steps to help the nation fight against COVID-19. Ministry has sent contact details of 1,75,000 health sector professionals trained under MSDE Skill Ecosystem to states for utilization of services of these professionals for isolation and quarantine duties. States have also been offered the facilities of 33 field institutes for the purpose of quarantine centers and isolation wards. This is All India Radio, bringing you a special program on COVID-19. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. National lockdown extended till 3rd May. Relaxations with certain conditions may be allowed after April 20th at places without hot spots. Prime Minister Narendra Modi seeks people's support on 7 fronts, including respect for Corona warriors, workers in business and industry, and installing Arogya Setu app. Prime Minister says early preparedness helped the country in effective containment of the infection. Sufficient stock of food, medicines and other essential commodities available, assures Home Minister Amit Shah. Labour and Employment Ministry sets up 20 control rooms in various cities including Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Delhi, Kolkata to resolve the grievances of workers and migrant labourers. And nation pays rich tribute to Bharat Ratna Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar on his 129th birth anniversary. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
Labour and Employment Ministry has set up 20 control rooms across India to resolve the grievances of the workers amid lockdown. The control rooms are addressing the wage-related grievances of workers and mitigating the problems of migrant workers through coordination with various state governments. They have been established in Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi, Hyderabad, Guwahati, Cochin, Chennai, Ahmedabad, Ajmer and other cities. These call centers can be accessed by the workers through phone, WhatsApp and emails. These control rooms are being managed by Labour Enforcement Officers, Assistant Labour Commissioners, Regional Labour Commissioners and Deputy Chief Labour Commissioners of the respective regions. The functioning of all 20 call centers are being monitored and supervised by Chief Labour Commissioner on a daily basis. Ministry has advised to adopt a humane approach to assist the aggrieved workers and ensure delivery of timely relief to the needy ones.
Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government, Dr. K. Vijayaraghavan, has said that work is on full swing to develop vaccine on COVID-19. Talking exclusively to AIR News, Dr. Vijayaraghavan said industry and academia is working on it.
Many groups in India are working on vaccines, some of them nationally and internationally. These are industries and academia both. This work has gone on really well. There are some vaccines globally which have gone into human trials also. So with all these many really good, valuable lottery tickets bought, I'm confident that we will have vaccine reasonably soon, as fast as is possible given all the rigorous testing requirements which are needed.
On the vaccine front against COVID-19, work is going on at 40 centers. Hyderabad-based CSIR, Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology CCMB, is trying new drugs and possible new therapies by cell structure system for coronavirus. In an exclusive interview to AIR News, Director of a premier laboratory Dr. Rakesh K. Mishra said the cell culture system may provide insights into the results of testing new drugs and possible therapy for coronavirus.
One of the major activity we are doing is growing this virus in the lab, in the cell culture system, in the lab conditions, in a safe condition, and that gives us several advantages. One is if you have large quantity of virus, then it can be directly used for inactivated virus vaccine. We are interacting with the companies who have expertise and resources to do such an activity, and this collaboration we will put our effort to see if there is a vaccine that is possible to come out from this effort. And once the cell culture system is working, this also gives an in vitro assay for trying out new drugs or possible therapies for this virus.
Director of All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, New Delhi, Dr. Randeep Guleria has appealed citizens to observe lockdown sincerely. Speaking exclusively to AIR News, Dr. Guleria said extension of lockdown will be effective in containing COVID-19.
A lot of preparation has gone on in the government, both from the point of view of making dedicated COVID hospitals, developing a strategy of having oxygen available to all our patients, developing ICU facilities, and that is helping in a big way as far as managing patients are concerned. So every day, number of beds, number of hospitals are being increased so that in case there is a large outbreak, we are well prepared.
Member Health in Niti Aayog Dr. V.K. Paul said 3 weeks of lockdown have been effective and the extension announced today will help in flattening of the curve.
This decision is very logical. This is in the interest of the nation. And as we move into this phase, the Prime Minister has also articulated how the relaxation in the individual areas would be planned out, would be decided. So we moved into the next phase of our national endeavor. And in a way, it is calibrated response to the ground situation, taking into account all aspects of the nation today.
Kerala's COVID-19 infection curve starts to bend as each passing day reports few positive cases and large number of people recovering from infection, creating a Kerala model of containment.
From the state that reported the country's first COVID-19 infection in January and being the hotspot of the disease, Kerala has come a long way in its battle against deadly virus that is causing havoc around the world. Presently in Kerala, 178 people are under treatment for COVID-19. 197% has recovered from the disease so far, including elderly persons aged 93 and 88 years. State had witnessed 2 casualties since its 3-month-long fight. Kerala's containment journey includes aggressive testing, effective scrutiny and surveillance, quick identification of suspected and infected cases, efficient isolation and quarantine measures, and unfailing and daily follow-up. It also involved extensive use of technology, joint efforts of government, health workers, police officials, local bodies, self-help groups, volunteers, and public at large, ensuring no one is left. Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan said that the long journey is still ahead and the alert will be continued further in full swing. Meanwhile, Keralites across the globe celebrated Vishu today, major cultural festival of the state, in their homes following the lockdown guidelines. Mayusha, Thiruvananthapuram.
Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani announced a curfew in parts of Ahmedabad from 6 a.m. from tomorrow. The decision was taken in view of the rising number of cases in the hotspots areas of Ahmedabad. Our correspondent reports that a curfew will remain in force till April 21.
More than 50% of the total cases have been reported from Ahmedabad, and majority of them are from the walled city and other hotspots in the city. In view of this, the state government has decided to take aggressive action to prevent the spread of COVID-19 in other parts of the city. As part of it, the entire walled city and Dani-Limda area of Ahmedabad will be put under curfew from tomorrow. CM said only women will be allowed to go out between 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. to purchase essential items during the curfew. The AMC has already declared the area as a buffer zone where strong surveillance and intensive testing is being done by the corporation. Meanwhile, Mr. Rupani said lockdown will be continued with strict implementation all over the state. Aparna Khut, AR News, Ahmedabad.
Home Minister Amit Shah today called up Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray and expressed concern over the gathering of migrant workers near Bandra railway station in Mumbai. Official sources said Mr. Shah stressed that such events weaken the country's fight against COVID-19 and administration needs to stay vigilant to avoid such incidents. The minister also offered the centre's full support to Maharashtra government. In Ladakh, a 12th class Kendriya Vidyalaya student in Leh and one person from Kargil containment zone have tested positive for COVID-19. Ladakh has total 5 active COVID-19 positive cases. Immediately after the results, District Administration Leh has declared Sabu Phu as containment area, while Shakar Chiktan in Kargil is already declared as containment zone. Director Health Services Jammu today informed that the Directorate is stepping up quarantine and isolation facilities for COVID-19 suspected infections. It is also enhancing the testing capacity to effectively combat the pandemic. She said that the Directorate has identified places for both purposes that can be readied quickly in case the need arises. In Himachal Pradesh, the state government has taken decision to extend the lockdown after Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced the extension nationwide. A report.
Curfew in the state will remain imposed till May 3rd. Additional Chief Secretary Health R.D. Dhiman gave this information during a press conference in Shimla today. He said it has been decided that facial masks will be mandatory for anyone in the state while stepping out of their house. On the other hand, one-day salary of all government, regular and contract employees will be deducted to contribute in COVID-19 fund. It has also been decided by the state government that all the heads of departments and administrative secretaries will attend office with less staff so that necessary government work would not get affected. However, all offices under the state government shall continue to remain closed. Employees can be called in case of exigencies by their controlling officer at short notice. Sanjeev Sundaryal, AIR News, Shimla.
Sikkim's Education Department has partnered with All India Radio to impart online lessons to school students during the lockdown period. The sessions of 1 hour each during 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. will be imparted on a daily basis beginning 16th of April, though AIR's Gangtok station. State Director of Primary Education Bhim Thatal spoke to AIR News on the sessions and importance of radio as a medium for the initiative.
During this lockdown period when our students are staying back at home and when the schools are not opening, we have thought of going online for our study materials through All India Radio. All India Radio is one of the best media to reach to the students at the village level because the places where we do not have smartphones and other mode of communication, radio is one which is available with everyone. So we will go online through All India Radio.
Chandigarh Education Department has decided to declare the results of Class 9 and 11 on April 20th in view of the extension of lockdown till May 3rd. Giving this information, a spokesperson from Chandigarh administration said the result criteria shall be circulated to all the government schools and the result would be declared on the 20th of April. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma told reporters today that the focus of the state government is to trace the primary contacts and then move on to tracking the secondary contacts. He urged the citizens not to panic but to be more careful. He added that the Corona Task Force has been activated and efforts are on at every level. Tourism Ministry has launched Dekho Apna Desh webinar series from today to provide information on the many destinations and the culture and heritage of incredible India. The first episode touched upon the long history of Delhi with its unique character. It was titled City of Cities, Delhi's Personal Diary. Tourism Minister Prahlad Singh Patel said that the series of webinar will be an ongoing feature and the ministry will work towards showcasing the diverse and remarkable history and culture of India.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas today discussed the challenges posed by the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. They apprised each other of the steps being taken in their countries to control the situation. Mr. Modi today had a telephone conversation with Mahmoud Abbas. The Prime Minister appreciated the efforts being made by the Palestinian authorities to protect their population from the virus and assured all possible support from India for these efforts. The two leaders agreed to remain in touch at appropriate levels to explore avenues of cooperation at this challenging time. Prime Minister Modi also conveyed greetings to the President and the people of Palestine for the forthcoming holy month of Ramzan. Afghanistan's tally of COVID-19 rose to 714 today, with 49 more confirmed cases being reported. The Ministry of Public Health has said that the COVID-19 cases are expected to increase rapidly over the weeks ahead as community transmissions escalates. Israel has registered 282 more coronavirus cases over the past day, bringing the total number of those infected to 11,868.
President, Vice President and Prime Minister today paid tributes to Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar on his birth anniversary today. President Ramnath Kovind paid tributes to Baba Saheb at Rashtrapati Bhavan. The President said, our nation's icon and chief architect of the Constitution, Baba Saheb strived for a society based on justice and equity. Let us all take inspiration from his vision and values and resolve to imbibe his ideals in our lives. The Vice President, M. Venkaiah Naidu, paid floral tributes to Baba Saheb Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar on his Jayanti at Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Conference Hall, Upar Rashtrapati Bhavan. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said Dr. Ambedkar gave a new vision to the country after independence. He said Dr. Ambedkar always focused on equality and social harmony. And now, before we end, the headlines once again. National lockdown extended till 3rd May. Relaxations with certain conditions may be allowed after April 20th at places without hotspots. Prime Minister Narendra Modi seeks people's support on 7 fronts, including respect for Corona warriors, workers in business and industry, and installing Arogya Setu app. Prime Minister says early preparedness helped the country in effective containment of the infection. Sufficient stock of food, medicines and other essential commodities available, assures Home Minister Amit Shah. Labour and Employment Ministry sets up 20 control rooms in various cities including Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Delhi, Kolkata to resolve the grievances of workers and migrant labourers. And nation pays rich tribute to Bharat Ratna Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar on his 129th birth anniversary. And with that, we end the special news program on COVID-19.